selling the flows and all that. And them niggas not even, like, showing a nigga no love or none of that. Y'all niggas think y'all about to.
Just want to say to let the people know that this judge is crazy, bro. This judge she locked me up because.
Following some of the events during his fight against Lamont Roach, and also, as a result of the crime he committed outside the ring, Gervonta Davis has finally broken his silence. He found himself in court on Wednesday, and almost escaped another jail time after another violation from him without doubts. The most contentious battle of the year has been his against his long-standing foe Lamont Roach, as Lamont Roach was duped both during the fight and upon the outcome.
Gervonta Davis, Mr. That's it, we finally got you up here.
Yes, Judge, thank you very much.
No problem.
Davis did this successfully by influencing the referee's decision in the ring and the judge's results after the fight. Thus, the World Boxing Association lightweight champion was taken into police custody, and from there, he has now said something about what really transpired, claiming that there is more to the controversy than people see, silently implying some corruption ongoing in some of the boxing organizations. The surprise for many people was the fact that despite the obvious cheating against Lamont Roach,
the New York State Athletic Commission did nothing to amend the issue.
Instead, Tank was chosen as the official winner.
Basically, I fought a property. I did everything in my power to listen to my lawyers.
I have 60 seconds remaining.
The full report concerning Gervonta Davis started to circulate following a leak of an audio recording Lamont Roach Jr.
Gervonta Davis and Your Honor, Mr. Hassan and I, assuming the court finds probable cause, we have no duty.
Good morning, Judge Kenneth Hassan.
And it's not just about the fight anymore. Just a few days ago, Lamont Roach Jr. got into an online argument with another boxer, Lorenzo Simpson, who backed Gervonta Davis and claimed Tank would put Roach to sleep in a rematch. Instead of keeping it cool, he tried to flex his pockets, throwing down a $250,000 bet and saying, "Yay, $250K, just like I bet your role model. If you can show it to me, we good money." Little guy, he's brimming with confidence, no doubt. But now he's taking it a step further. A few hours ago, he casually threatened Gervonta Davis on his Instagram post. Ring Magazine recognized Lamont Roach Jr.'s recent Instagram post. Keep
getting money off of niggas and not wishing at it. Not playing. Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas is crazy. So we elsewhere with that shit.
Lamont Roach alludes to a rematch versus Gervonta Davis in an Instagram image today. The caption read, "The 25-1 boxer said in the post, I demonstrated that I was a pound talent versus a generational star in the sport. I was born a star, but March 1st a star was finally under the microscope of the globe. I can't wait to run it back and put on a show again." Part 2 OTW. Now, why does Lamont Roach Jr. think he's a pound-for-pound talent? Well, for starters, everyone saw that 9th round moment when Gervonta Davis took a knee. Now Tank swears it wasn't a punch, but a mix of hair grease and sweat that blinded him, forcing him to take a knee. Some folks bought that excuse, but plenty gave Roach his flowers for the non-knockdown. Just off the top, man, I was, a little disappointed. Just for the sake of boxing itself, and obviously my result with a fight. I think, but is that one moment enough for Roach to believe he's better than Davis? Probably not. Another reason his confidence is sky high could be Ring Magazine's latest pound-for-pound rankings. Devin Haney took Davis's spot, and ESPN now has Roach sitting at no. 6 in the 135 pounds division. That kind of recognition can definitely boost a fighter's ego. Now, as for Gervonta Davis, is he doing anything about all this? Yes and no. After initially saying he wanted the rematch by the end of May, he's gone radio silent, and that's unusual for Tank. He's usually quick with the trash talk, but this time the 30-year-old has been keeping quiet. And when a fighter like him goes silent, it usually means he's cooking up something big, like the key that they pointed out the things that were actually done wrong, and there's still no movement to overturn the fight. Just really saddened me a little bit but I wasn't too hungry if this rematch happens, and Roach's promoter Gary Jonas insists it might just deliver the fireworks fans expected the first time around. But the real question is Tank plotting a stronger comeback, or is he looking for the exit door? Don Davis has already hinted that he's only got 3 or 4 fights left before he hangs up the gloves for good, and let's be real, if he's closing in on retirement, he's going to chase the biggest payday possible. Now think about it, does a rematch with a relatively unknown name like Lamont Roach Jr. bring in the kind of money he's looking for, or would he cash in way more by locking in fights with bigger names like Shakur Stevenson? On the decision of the New York State Athletic Commission, I accepted my fate just a little bit. I had a lot of hope, though I'm not going to lie, I had a lot. Funny enough, Tank originally dismissed the New York native, saying he hadn't done enough for the sport of boxing, but then, in a recent sit-down with NBA analyst Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, he suddenly seemed open to the idea. Also, a match with Ryan Garcia would be a money-maker, but it's not happening anytime soon. Garcia first has to get past Rayleigh Romero on May 2nd, and if he wins, he's got Devin Haney waiting for him, assuming Haney beats Jose Carlos Ramirez that same night. So Tank versus Garcia too, it's a possibility, but it's going to take some time that Tank may not have to spare, as Roach has been all over his face, even when he had to deal with a court case. In my view, that I have to come with it. All I have to do more, obviously, just to secure the win is doing. A Baltimore judge on Wednesday spared World Boxing Association lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis jail time after he admitted to violating his probation for a hit and run that injured 4 people, including a pregnant woman. Circuit Judge Althea M. Handy instead extended his probation for 18 months and directed him to make a $1,000 donation to the Community Assistance Network. Davis, 30 now, of Parkland, Florida, admitted that he left the Sunshine State without approval to travel. His probation agent in Maryland happened to see him eating dinner on January 22nd at Proper Cuisine on East Redwood Street near South Calvert Street in downtown Baltimore, less than a half-mile from the Clarence M. Mitchell and Elijah E. Cummings Coeur houses. Handy said Davis's probation agent in Florida has been generous and approved travel passes for him to go to the U.S. Virgin Islands twice. We elsewhere with that __and __. Dick eating like they start like come on I win when I start wearing chrome heavy and showing __. Often that's what __. Plus, Handy noted she granted him permission to attend the 2024 Paris Olympic Games to support and advise Team USA Boxing, but she denied his request to travel to Japan for his 30th birthday. At the same time, Handy said she did not know what sentencing him to additional jail time would accomplish. I don't like sending anyone to jail, sir. I really don't, Handy said. But you need to wake up, please, she later added. I don't ever want to see you in court again. Baltimore boxing champion Gervonta Davis sentenced to 90 days of home detention in 2020 hit run home. I listened to everybody to the she's unhappy that I'd bought a property. That's why I'm sitting in GY. Baltimore boxing champion Gervonta Davis pleads guilty in hit and run. The hearing marked the latest chapter in the legal saga for the boxer, who grew up in West Baltimore and boasts a record of 301. He recently held onto his belt after fighting Lamont Roach to a majority draw. The Baltimore Banner thanks its sponsor Become One. Davis pleaded guilty in 2023 in Baltimore Circuit Court to 4 traffic offenses in the hit and run. The crash happened at about 2 a.m. on November 5, 2020, after he ran a red light at Martin Luther King Jr. and Washington Boulevards in his 2020 Lamborghini Urus. Hit a 2004 Toyota Salera and slammed into the fence of a 71. She said that I shouldn't. She wanted me be in our apartment, a 1-bit apartment. Handy sentenced Davis to 90 days of home detention, plus 3 years probation, stating that he had demonstrated a consistent pattern of disobeying the law. He was supposed to stay at the home of Calvin Ford, his longtime coach and trainer, but Handy later revoked Davis's home detention after learning that he had been serving out the sentence in a 4 Seasons hotel and a $3 per million penthouse condo in Lock. This point, In a now deleted Instagram live, Davis called Handy crazy and stated that she locked me up because basically, I bought a property. The Baltimore Banner thanks its sponsors become one, you know what I mean. I crazy